You want to be human or you want to be dog? You want to continue rolling on the floor or not?
When he doesn't finish his work, right, at the last 10 minutes of his class, he will start doing this.
Hey, what
So
happened?
because he needs like an excuse to show that he had a headache. Because he knows that I was taking a photo, right?
The parents said to me a lot of other things that cannot be mentioned here. Yeah, if I repeat it, it's all gonna be
Hey guys, it's Kim and welcome to another episode of All Facts No Filter, where we deep dive into different careers and maybe you can take a pick and see what you like, okay? Today we're going into the world of education. So if you're a teacher, you're a student, I guess this is very relevant to all of us. We have got two guests together with us and they are Ashley as well as Chanel.
Hi.
That's right, hi guys. Ashley is actually from Chinese Hackers. You might have seen some of his videos where he goes around and he stumps people by asking them, how do you say this in Mandarin? And then they go like, Hey, but some people really surprise us, right?
It's just editing. Yeah, no,
Don't ruin the magic!
no, joking. Yeah, some of their Chinese is really good. Yeah,
Okay. That's fantastic. And we also have got Chanel. Now, Chanel is a former secondary school teacher.
Yes.
I feel like, you have to have so much patience to be teaching in schools.
True.
Not just for the students, but also for like parents and like just like marking homework in general.
Yeah, all in a day's work.
All in a day's work. It sounds like, 48 hours of work in one day. I want to find out a little bit more. Say, for example, Ashley, how do you even first begin, or start Chinese Hackers?
Oh, it's, just earn money. No, joking.
But I see you giving money on the street sometimes, right?
Okay, so we did like Chinese Hackers as a way like to promote like our services, like our tuition. Yeah. Then it was like December period. And no one want to watch the tips already. So what do we do? So then we decided to go on a street interview to test people Mandarin.
Okay, and your current income is?
Okay reasonable.
What's reasonable? What's reasonable?
Reasonable.
Like you could
Would
take
it match a school teacher's pay?
I don't think so. I feel like tutors are way more.
Okay. I don't.
No, there's this
How do I say?
debate.
Yeah, we need to talk about that. Yeah.
Most tutors earn, I would say 3.5 to 5k. Yeah, but like I said, like
month.
50% of my income comes from content creation actually.
So on average, so you're above average.
But actually, before I quit my job as a teacher, I did a lot of like research on whether I should just continue teaching like tuition instead of doing
Yeah, so
full-time teaching.
What's your conclusion?
My conclusion is it's not that worth it to be a full-time tutor.
Tuition teacher, right.
Yeah,
there's a
because-
cap to it.
Yeah, because you're basically exchanging your time for money.
You used to teach in secondary school for the past 8 years. Can you tell us what you're doing now and why did you decide to leave the job?
Like Kim, I'm a content creator. Why I decided to leave the job, I wasn't a good fit for being in Singapore's education system because every year they would try something to like take me down a notch kind of thing because I was a very quiet teacher because I had an online presence. I did a lot of street photography. Every year they will try to like, maybe can you ask this magazine to take this down, or can you ask this photographer to take down the work?
Right.
They asked me to completely delete my social media. The reason why I finally left was because my mom was at the last stage of her life. It was very difficult for me to take leave from the school because they gave me a lot of excuses. This is not a good time.
Oh gosh,
yeah.
that's a terrible thing to say.
By right, you should be able to like take like parent care leave or urgent paid leave, those kind of things. But it was so difficult. So I requested for no pay leave. They gave me 6 months. 3 months into my no pay leave, my mom passed on. My school leaders came to the funeral and asked me when I was going back to work. Then I quit.
Just a lesson in if you ever go to someone's parents' funeral, don't ask them when they're coming back to work. It's like not a good time. We didn't have to say that, right? This shouldn't have to be a life lesson. But anyways, I'm so sorry that you went through that. That's very painful to hear. Okay, we're gonna dive into this thing that's called the fact board. So basically, I'm gonna ask you guys some questions, and then in this tiny little frame, you can either choose to Picasso your answer, or you can write words, but we will dissect it afterwards and you guys can tell me more. The very first question that I have got for you is, what is the wildest thing a parent has ever said to you? Okay, if you guys are ready with your answers, you can pick up the boards and start writing. Let's go.
So do I get one?
Yeah. Okay, when you're ready, you can just put it down.
Okay.
Okay, so we have a dog and is that like a thumbs up?
Yes!
Oh
Nothing
my
sus,
gosh.
don't worry.
I was like, I don't know, it was like a, like, never mind. Ashley, how about you go first then? Tell us about the thumbs up.
Parent told me it's like, he's a good boy. Yeah. Because it's like total opposite. No, but I had this one student. He's like super good at acting. I heard this. Then the moment he hear like a doorbell or something, he was like, oh, his acting is damn good. And it's like so hard to nail. And every time I like try to like catch like one video, like, he will like have some sense, and then he will like, or like when he doesn't finish his work, right, at the last 10 minutes of his class, he will start doing this. So because he needs like an excuse to show that he had a headache. Because he knows that I was taking a photo, right?
But actually in class he's
Oh my gosh, he doesn't like really listen to class. He's like playing around. That intense clicking is definitely not my work, you know?
Correct.
Yeah, that's like, why are you clicking? No, I'm just looking at the slides. I'm like, what?
Yeah! Oh my god!
But once you hear the mom walk in, then later he like, yeah. Oh my god, it's so hard to nail it.
Gosh, what about you, Chanel? I see a dog, and this is you're obviously an art teacher. This has been the best drawing we've had on the show so far.
Actually, that's not what the parents said to me. The parents said to me a lot of other things that cannot be mentioned here. Yeah, if I repeat it, it's all gonna be.
It's gonna be a tough time for our editing team.
But the dog was something I said.
Oh! What do you mean?
They were fresh out of primary school, so they were still very childish. These kind of kids, they will try to do anything to get out of studying. So at some point, they started rolling on the floor. Yeah, they were just trying to test how far they can take it, kind of thing.
Interesting.
And I started shouting. So one of the things that I said was that, you want to be human or you want to be dog? You want to continue rolling on the floor?
And he's like, no, joking.
Did they actually start barking?
Probably, I don't remember fully, but it was a whole like army style, like, okay, everybody outside now, line up, then like squat on the floor, and then I started yelling at it. The whole building could hear me. One of the kids went back home and told his parent, teacher called me dog.
Wow. Did he tell them the part where he was rolling on the floor?
Nope. So then I received a call at night, and once I picked up the phone, it was just expletives non-stop.
So what the father say? Hello, I'm father dog.
No, it's the mother. It's a mother.
Oh, hello,
Yeah,
I'm mother dog.
Mother was a straight up. So she started like attacking me. Once I had a chance to step in, then I started telling her, you know what your son did? Rolling on the floor, you tell me. Like, is that dog behavior or human behavior?
Yeah.
Then okay. Then she put down her phone and then she started yelling at the kid.
Oh, okay. To be fair, at least she knows like
Yes.
the right
Okay,
and wrong,
so she
yeah.
did go back and be like, hey, actually you were behaving like this. Okay, next question that I have got for you guys for the fact board. Have you ever been involved in any controversies before? Chanel, you shared a little bit with us earlier on. And Ashley, I'm interested to know, because you're stealing a lot of people's jobs. No, I'm kidding. If you guys are ready, you can pick up your fact boards. Ready? You can put it down. Tell me a bit more about your, I guess, situations.
Okay, normally when you receive this image in your DMs, you probably know why the image is blurred.
I don't know, because sometimes they do send me pictures of a cute cat and I don't know why it's blurred also. Like Instagram,
It's obviously not a cute cat. Basically, I had a public Instagram account where I put up like the photo shoot work, modeling work, and at a point in time, it didn't contain many sexy things. I mean, nowadays my content is a bit more sexy lah. So at a point in time, like, it was quite PG. It was mostly fashion stuff, and then I received a DM, and it was this. Obviously, it was a pic lah.
Oh! Okay, I did not think. Okay, anyways, continue. Sorry.
There were some like sexual comments
Oh,
below.
okay.
As a social media user, I just screenshot it and post it on my story, right?
Right.
Like, whose kid is this? Come pick it up or something like that. You know, something along those lines.
Whose kid is this? Come pick it up.
And I left it on my highlights because I didn't want more of these kind of things coming.
Right. Okay.
Actually, after quite a long time, in fact, it was when I was trying to ask for leave. One of the things that they brought up, quarrel with me about, was this thing. Like, suddenly they had issues with like the way I was presenting myself online and things like that. So they like pulled out this screenshot. They were like, "Oh, you shouldn't be like posting these kind of things online." Then I quarreled back with them. because I'm like, this is like sexual harassment online. And why are you asking the victim to take down the post instead of like, you know, showing some sort of support or empathy or actually understanding.
Teach your kids to do better.
Yeah. And also I was very triggered because at that point of time, there was another separate issue where a student actually confessed that one of the teachers did SA her.
Oh, right. Sorry,
Like,
sexually assault her. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and this case was actually swept under the rug, and I was very triggered because after this incident happened, and then you try to like bring drama about my post where I'm the one that is being sexually harassed, and you're asking me to take these kind of things down. And I left the office crying.
I'm still a bit confused as to why oftentimes it's being kept a bit quiet. If we teach people to do better, perhaps, then they will, as they should. Tell me a bit more about this microphone and these two people.
Like my biggest issue with my students, right, is because of our TikTok content. A lot of the students expect like the class to be like in the TikTok format, or like they keep asking me, what is camera in Chinese? Or what is what? Test me. Hey, do I get $10 for answering that kind of thing, right? And it's like they expect the whole class to be like a game. So when I'm like super strict with them, then they get like a slightly shocked. Sometimes it's really hard to manage. Like the biggest issue is trying to manage like what we do online and what we really teach. So sometimes the student might like feedback, why you are more strict? Yeah, but generally I don't try to scold students, but like for certain things you really need to do like certain like comprehension or what you really need to do. You can't just like use a like what is this in Chinese, right?
It's not always
God,
fun and games.
But generally I try to make it at least more fun. We try to make like the first like 30 to 45 minutes like a game show.
Oh,
so
wow.
like we like interesting like game slides, then like play a game.
Like Kahoot.
Yes, but there are different ones right now. Then to motivate them to do their work, I will always like we try to use FOMO, like whoever complete their work get to play a game. So like everyone's like, I want to finish my work, I want to finish my work. Yeah. No, okay, so like the pushback kind of also forced me to rethink on what we should do. Then sometimes I went too much on the extreme. Then the parents like, hey, he's playing too much of the Chinese games. No, because some of the Chinese games don't really help in terms of comprehension.
And sometimes kids really do learn better by playing as well, right? We're gonna do this thing called the jobs tryout. Okay, we do it every single episode, and as usual, I have no idea what I'm supposed to do.
You're gonna be teaching us something that every student goes through, right?
Okay.
Sexual education.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So we have some questions over there. You can try and ask us, and we'll be your students.
I never wanted to be a teacher, and this is why. I could not go in and be like, good morning, class!
Ding dong, ding dong.
What's that? What's that? Oh, the school bell.
It's a school bell. How long have you been away from school?
So what's that?
Ding dong, ding dong. Ding dong, ding dong.
Okay, hello, good morning, class.
Hi, Miss
Good
Kimberly.
morning,
Oh,
teacher.
Alright, I totally forgot.
We
about
know
that.
who has gone through the system just like by this alone. Okay, today we're gonna learn about a very interesting thing for your sexual education classes.
Oh.
Yeah! So, first thing I'm gonna talk about today is hair growth. Can I ask? Okay, give me a show. of hands, okay?
Teacher, your down there got hair or not?
Huh? Wow, you're so fast. You know what I'm going to talk about already. Okay,
You got bulu, right?
You're too advanced, you're too advanced. Okay, so if you have hair in those places, on your armpits, on your face, that means you are already going through puberty.
Oh my god.
Now during puberty,
Yes.
there's another place where your body grows hair, okay? And that's also at your private areas. So for guys, it will be at your crotch, and for girls, it will be
Nene
below
pop.
your nene pop. Eh?
Is it?
Maybe for some people, I'm not sure.
Teacher, your nene pop got hair or not?
Fortunately, no.
We don't believe. No,
We don't believe. So as you get older, some people feel like, you know, they want to actually remove hair from certain body parts, and there are actually various ways, and you can choose to do laser treatment.
Can pluck or not?
If you want to pluck out your hair, it's gonna be number one, quite painful.
This is the point where, like, at the back of the class, right, the boys will start daring each other to pluck hair.
Wait, what?
You see, people down there nodding already.
Oh my god,
This
this is
is-
hilarious! Okay, so the next topic that we have for today, do you know where babies come from? Where do you think babies come from?
I don't know.
This is the point where they start making noises, right?
I can't do that. So obviously you have the act of sexual intercourse.
Yes.
That's how your parents had you.
Yes.
So usually during sexual intercourse,
Yes.
the male sperm will travel into the body and then it will fertilize the female egg and then you have a baby.
Teacher, how does the sperm go into the female body?
When you have sexual intercourse, so when the penis penetrates the vagina.
Oh,
Is there any websites you can recommend us to understand more? I don't know. we are visual learners, right?
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
You can go to this I need a biology website. Then I'll
teacher got practical or not?
the practical will come later in life
Oh,
when you are legal. Oh my gosh, guys, I don't want to be a teacher. I cannot handle. Shout out to teachers, man. These are like tough topics for sure. Alrighty, we're coming to the end of the episode, and as per usual, I like to ask you guys some questions to kind of just round up the conversation. What are the 3 best things about, you know, your jobs and your careers?
Okay, 3 best thing. Definitely first is the flexibility. My classes only start at 3, so there's like flexibility. Then the second one is it's fun, right? There's the students, and then the third thing is really the students.
Aww.
Yeah, really, yeah.
Except that one guy who... No, I'm kidding.
Except for that one guy. But I'm not teaching him anymore, so.
Okay, what about you?
This one a bit drama because some kids like you always have the difficult ones that have like behavioral issues, and one of these kids he had like some anger management issues. So one of his outbursts, he was carrying a pen knife.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, he stormed out of the class carrying a pen knife. Not my class, somebody else's class. But you know, as usual, they have like a WhatsApp group. So he was under one of my classes. So I went to find this kid. He was roaming around with his pen knife, and I was following him around. He kept trying to shut me off. He was like, "Leave me alone." Then I say, "I can leave you alone and let some other teacher come and reprimand you, or you can just walk with me, and I can tell them that you are with me, you are safe. You can choose. You just let me walk with him until he calm down." Yeah, so I feel those kind of moments feel like I make a difference. Are the best moments. Also with my kids. But one of the schools that I taught at have a yearly carnival thing where like the different classes of kids, they get to sign up for the different activities, then play the whole day kind of thing. And one of it was water soccer.
Oh wow.
It was like this, like we were just playing. Everybody was wet and like slipping and falling everywhere. It was damn fun.
Oh, that's fun. That's really lovely because these are things that, you know, really like hit you. Okay, one mistake that you made during your time, it just kind of stuck with you.
Yeah.
Maybe a big regret because I have a lot of friends now that also used to be in the system, and I hear a lot of stories of like, because we will exchange, you know, trauma bonding. I should have been more straightforward, more confrontational, and like more honest with what I was feeling instead of just bottling it. At least maybe in that way some things might change.
Right. So would you go back to teaching?
Honestly, I don't mind because I really love teaching. It's the system that I don't like.
The biggest mistake that I made earlier in my career was I made Chinese too boring. It's like, although I make it fun, right? But in my class, I go back into the original way teachers teach at the very start. Then I was thinking, then so actually a lot of my earlier students wasn't very interested. Yeah, and then some of their results wasn't as good. And then I always take that as a learning point to always think how to engage them, to interest them. Yeah, that's the biggest mistake that I make.
Okay, well, good job, well done. Yeah. Improvement is always key.
Yes.
Okay, so now we've actually come to the end of the episode. I really, really hope that all the things you guys have shared with us is going to be helpful for anyone who's like watching and listening as well. Thank you so much, Chanel, as well as Ashley.
Thank you so much for having us. Thank you.
Yay. This has been All Facts No Filter. We'll see you for the next episode.